Important thing when it comes to looking for a real estate agent is, so what I like to do is, a lot of agents don't do it, but I'm gonna tell you my secret, so this is for agents if you are watching this video as well too. When it comes to writing an offer, typically this is a secret, and a lot of people don't do this. What I like to do is, hey, what's up beautiful people? My name is Cheri Anderson, and I'm a local real estate agent here in Michigan. I definitely service the Tri-County area because it's more convenient for me. And I am a multi-million-dollar producing agent here in Michigan. Today in this video, I'm gonna just share with you tips on how to buy a house, and I'm gonna drop some gems throughout the video, so just pay attention, okay? The first step a lot of people do before they even purchase a home, they start shopping online. 97% of people shop online before they even reach an agent when it comes to purchasing a house. And my nephew's right here. I'm gonna show you him really quick. I'm trying to make this video, so you may hear him a little bit. His name is Taylor. Say hi. Be quiet. That's Taylor. Okay, so the first thing they do is shop online, and then after they have done their research, they typically either reach out to a website through like Zillow, realtor.com, and they connect with an agent, or they have a friend or family that's in the industry. I'll say honestly, because of the market, inventory is still fairly low. The first thing you should do is get your peer approval. Because me personally, I'm not in the market of breaking hearts, and I don't want my client to fall in love in a house and they're not a willing and able buyer. So when it comes to getting pre-approved, the three things that is key that a lot of buyers should anticipate their lender asking them is how long have they been working? Has it been 2 years or more? And what is their credit score? And then also how much money have they saved towards their home? A lot of times, I'll tell you the different types of loans: conventional loans, FHA, VA, and then cash buyers. So after you get pre-approved, and if you're working with an agent like myself, I'll typically pair you with someone that fits your needs pretty much. The second thing would be to pair up with a stellar real estate agent like myself. And so with that agent, they will pretty much get down to the root of what you need, and then also try to incorporate your wants when you're searching for a home. So a couple things I like to ask my clients as as I'm getting to know them, I ask them like, why are you moving? So how soon do you want to be there? What is the time frame you have in mind? And so we have Taylor here again. He wants some attention. So just say hi to Tay Tay. Say hi, Tay Tay. He's the star today, but it's okay. Important thing when it comes to looking for a real estate agent is you want to find someone that's personable. You don't want it to be all about transactional, right? Because if it's personable, and if they take the time to actually get to know you and your needs and get to know a little bit more about you, then that means they really care about you. That person will fight to the tooth and nail for you to make sure that they find you your dream home. And not only that, they tend to be more honest with you. So a lot of times people have expectations that's not really as what the market is right now. So just having someone that can educate you as to what's going on, and then someone that can properly advise you as well too. Other aspects to look for in an agent is someone that researched the market and that can properly advise you as to how strong of an offer you need to make, and that knows their history of the market that you're searching in as well too. So that will help you when it comes to submitting offers and also picking out a home of your dreams, because you want to make sure you're in a desirable neighborhood. Now we're pre-approved. Once you get the pre-approved in your hand, you have your budget. So now it's time to shop. And this is the fun part. Especially with an agent like me, it's fun, right? So you go out, you tour multiple homes. And when it comes to shopping for a home, you have to really, really think about what do you need when it comes to a home. So some of the underrated things people don't think of when they are searching for a property is like, a lot of times when I'm walking through a house with a client, they'll be picking out a house based off of their family members. Oh, my family member may like this house for me, or this is a nice house because I can entertain. And you have to really think about like how many times of the year you'll be entertaining someone. And when you think about purchasing a house, it's your sanctuary. You have to make sure it's comfortable all year round for you. And also with older people, they have to think about the future. So if you're buying a house with 3 or 4 levels, that's not going to be conducive for an older person as they age. That's really important when it comes to shopping for a house. Just really sitting back and evaluate your needs. And then also, if it's in your budget, you can also put on a list your wants as well too. After you have found the house of your dreams it's time to write an offer. And this is where things get serious. That's why you need an agent that knows how to negotiate or have negotiation skills. We just came out of a market where everything was multiple offers, people were bidding overpriced for homes. And now the market is more neutral. What I'm experiencing is a lot of buyers have time to either think about it or negotiate seller's concessions when it comes to offers. So just having an agent that can, like I said earlier in the video, fight for the tooth and nail for you. Did I say it right? No. Fight tooth and nail for you. When it comes to writing an offer, typically, this is a secret, and a lot of people don't do this. What I like to do is, if a client absolutely love a house, I'll say, you love this house. And I know they like the house because the longer we stay in the property, that's how I know that, this is their home. When I see that, I say, okay, now it's time to pull the trigger. So when it's time to pull the trigger, I asked them, I said, so you like this house, so let's see what's going on with this property. So what I like to do is, a lot of agents don't do it, but I'm gonna tell you my secret, so this is for agents if you are watching this video as well too. I call the listing agent right there in front of my client, and I say, listen, I have a buyer that's well qualified that would like to purchase your home. I was just calling to see, do you have any offers in hand? What was some of the feedback in response you got on the property? Just so I know how to advise my client on what type of offer we need to make on the property. Some of the important components and when you're composing an offer, I'll just give you a brief rundown of what you'll see in the offer package. So you'll have the purchase agreement, and the purchase agreement is pretty much the legal description of the address where you're submitting the offer on, and then also any appliances if included in the sale of the property. The price that you want to offer on the home is really important, and then also the type of loan that you are planning to use when it comes to funding for the house. And then after you do that, you have the earnest money deposit. Earnest money deposit is typically 1 to 3% of the purchase price that you're planning to offer on the property. And what that does is pretty much show good faith that you are intending to buy this house. And so another important date that you have to keep in mind when it comes to the purchase agreement is the inspection period, which we'll talk about later on in this video. And then you'll also have a period in there which will be the appraisal period, which we'll also talk about later as well too. And then another thing that you have to keep in mind is the closing. Per the contract, you have to close by a certain date. All those things that we just discussed have to be fulfilled. The loan clears, the title work is good, the appraisal come back either at value or above, and then you clear the inspection. Now I'll set those things backwards. So now I'm gonna talk about the inspection. The inspection is really important to a lot of buyers because this is a time frame, typically anywhere from 5 to 7 days. They have to do their diligence when it comes to learning everything it is about the property that they're purchasing. They typically hire someone that's certified at doing home inspections. They hire them, which is another thing that a lot of buyers don't know, is that's an upfront cost that you have to pay out of pocket. They typically just give you a summary of everything that is to know about that property. So after you get past the inspection period and all parties decided that they are going to move forward with the purchase, then we have, this breaks or make a deal, and that's the appraisal. So an appraisal is really important when it comes to fulfilling one of the conditions in the purchase agreement. So appraisal is done mostly for the lender because they want to make sure they're lending the correct amount of money when it comes to purchasing the house. Okay, so after the appraisal, we wait to get the clear to close. That statement in itself is like music to my ears, honestly. Clear to close means that we're almost close to the finish line. We haven't quite reached it because there may be things the buyer needs to, do with their lender in order to fulfill any conditions to pretty much fund the loan. During that time too, that's when the title company and the lender get together and they make sure their numbers are the same, far as they just balance the books and make sure they have the same number. And then also during this time, that's when the buyer knows how much money they need to bring to the closing table in order for the funds to be dispersed. Okay, so to be frank, honestly, with this topic, we could go on and on. I'm sure it's probably things in this video that I may have missed. If you want to learn more about me, you can follow my Facebook page, or you can follow me on Instagram. I'm always on Instagram, because you know, us millennials. And then also, if you want somebody that's just gonna be transparent with you, just working with integrity. So follow me on Instagram, follow me on Facebook. Also in the description, you can find the links to my social media pages. And if you have any questions, once again, that I didn't cover, I would love to have a conversation with you. If your goal is to buy a house in 2023, just give me a call.
All right, go ahead.
Okay, so if you learned anything from this YouTube channel, just hit the notification bell and subscribe to my, subscribe first, then hit it. If you just want to see my face again, subscribe to my YouTube channel. Hit the like button, leave me a comment, whatever you feel fit. And I just hope to see you in my next video.